Welcome back to episode 9. If you did see last episode, yes, I did get scammed, and I will go into that in today's video. I've also managed to get my hands on a fake Funko Pop that got sent to me, so I want to see if you can see the difference between a fake and a real, what to look out for, and how to identify it. But I've been up to a lot, done loads of shows this week on whatnot, also had a few sales on eBay. I'll include everything for transparency as I usually do, but let's get into today's episode. So again, welcome back to episode 9. We have done a lot this week. If you are new to the channel, I'm Alan, part of 13 Under UK. We have been recording this series of becoming a full-time reseller. So a couple of weeks ago, I quit my full-time job to focus on full-time reselling. There is previous videos for you to check out in the playlist, so do check them out. You don't have to necessarily watch them in order. But I am going to get into today how I got scammed. So that is a spoiler from the previous episode, but you can kind of tell from the thumbnail of the last episode what happened. But to get into that, as I said I would, it was a Facebook Market advert. I don't use Facebook Marketplace very often, but as I wanted to upscale the business, I wanted to try and source a large amount of stock. Now, originally I was going to order 1 pallet full of stock, ideally being able to source it for around £1 to £2 an item, just for something easy to flip, try and make a little bit of money on. But everything was going well. I found an advertisement on Facebook Marketplace, went through everything, was liaising with the gentleman on the other end. He showed me pictures of the pallets. We went through the brands that I wanted, including in the pallets, the cost price. He wanted £15 for delivery, which I thought was fairly reasonable. It was coming from fairly local to me, about 8 miles away. So it seemed everything legit, and it was supposed to get delivered to me on Wednesday. Now, the gentleman in the meantime contacted me and said he could do me additional 2 pallets with no extra fee for delivery, as if he could just put it in the van. So I thought, well, yeah, that seems okay. We've got a charity stream coming up in Aid of Kidney Care UK, one of the other sellers on Whatnot is doing, but we were going to send them some items over, so I thought I can send them half a pallet, something like that, stock towards that event as well. So yeah, okay. I was a bit cautious of it, and I did say to him, as it was the first pallet, I'd only be ordering 1 because I wanted to check condition, I wanted to check delivery, I wanted to check everything about it. But he presented me with a deal that really did stand out, and it looked to be quite good. So I thought, I'll go for it. So I did it. Wednesday came, I got a message off him saying he'd received a lot more stock, he didn't have room to put anything, didn't want any additional pallets. And by this point, the alarm bells have started ringing a little bit. So I thought, well, I won't take any more. I'm at my capacity. So I kindly denied it. I said, no, I've not got enough storage. I'll just take the ones allocated. And he said, yeah, they'll be there with you on Friday. So I thought, great, Friday they'll be here. So I arranged for a couple of my friends to come round and to help me unload the pallets. We were going to unload them straight off and then sort out what I wanted for the show and send the rest off to storage. But Friday came and it got to about 11 o'clock, and I was sorting areas in, as you've seen in previous episodes, all the units and everything. I was sorting all them out to put in the room to put the stock on. And it got to about 11 o'clock and I thought, something is not ringing right here. He's not contacting me or anything like that. So I thought, I'll leave it till 12 o'clock. If I've not heard anything, I'll get in touch. So I then went back on Facebook Marketplace where I'd been contacting him, and I sent him a message, and it appeared to be in red. No response to it, saying, can you get in touch with me about when the pallets are coming, what's going on with them? And then nothing. So I sent a question mark, and as I sent the question mark, it went to couldn't send. So I thought, he's blocked me. He's definitely blocked me. I went in and I smelt straight away it was off. It was a scam. It was wrong. So I tried to see on Sarah's phone if it was still there, and it was. So I sent him another message on that. Sarah was then blocked. So we beat ourselves up for a while about it. Obviously everything went in the previous video, that you can see the mood I was in and things like that. But I've had to go into it now. I've had to just bite that bullet, take the loss. I'm letting the banks deal with it and PayPal deal with it. But ways to avoid this are when you are doing things on Facebook Marketplace. Now, I'm no expert on Facebook Marketplace, and it is one, it's put me off even more. Can I say that? I've been told that there's loads of scams on, and then the fact that the scam is still running, I've seen on friends' accounts that it's still on there. Even though I've reported it to Facebook, I've reported it to PayPal, I've reported it to the banks. Facebook told me to get friends to report it on their account because obviously he's blocked myself. But it's still live, it's still out there. So if ever you do anything over that, make sure you always get buyer's protection. Never send anything through friends and family. Even if people request it, anything like that, get your buyer's protection and then you're covered. You haven't got to get the banks involved. PayPal should deal with that. But check out their terms, their policies. I don't represent any of these companies. I'm just going from my experience. But it's completely put me off Facebook Marketplace now. And I'm sorry about that, but it has. It's really not a place I'm going to go back to. So I'm going to concentrate on Whatnot. But coming out of it on the good side, we always look for the silver lining here at 13 Under UK. So going forward, I decided I needed to recoup this money. So I've thrown a load more shows on last week. So the reason I haven't uploaded for 7 days is that I've been doing shows basically back to back to recuperate. And we're at a comfortable place now where we've managed to regain the stock. I have had to go into some different genres, categories. So we did a women's contemporary show, which was really funny. I actually enjoyed that one, but it was a load of old clothes that Sarah had. Not old, but some were tagged all nice. Some either didn't fit and she hadn't sent back. There was shoes, bags, things like that. So we had enough to do a full show on Whatnot. If you don't know what Whatnot is, I have covered it in the episodes. Everything's linked in the description, but it's basically a live auction social marketplace that you go on in a room like this, and I'll basically run items. But you can cover all that or check out the Whatnot, as I say in the description, what it is. But we had enough stock there, and it didn't cost us any more to source that because we already had it on site. It would have probably ended up at charity shops, but we thought if we can get a little bit of money from it, I'll include what we made from that on somewhere on the side for you to see. But it was an okay show, and the ultimate thing is we got a lot more people that we don't usually attract to our toy streams. So we were in the women's contemporary section. I do think I'll do another one. I'll have to obviously source that, but it was really good. As you can see behind me as well, I've got DVDs and computer games that I've had in a while in bags all around the house and that we don't use. So we've managed to have all that stock. So I've set up some shows, and I've got one this evening doing that, which has picked up quite a few bookmarks, which has surprised me. It's at nearly 30 bookmarks, and we do usually quite a few anyway, but that's quite high for me, especially on one of these shows. So that's replaced the comic book show that I was doing. Because I've not sourced any more comics, I'm saving them for an event that Whatnot are doing called Beyond the Con. So it's based in New York Comic Con, but it's for people who can't go, can't attend. So we've done a 4-day event. One of them is going to be a comic stream. One of them is going to be a Doctor Who action figure stream, which I did an action figure Doctor Who show last night, and it was amazing. One of the busiest shows I've done. Some new buyers, a lot of friendly faces, a lot of talking. I was in my happy place, and I felt I needed it after doing the clothes show. I wanted to go back to a happy place of my toys and my favourite thing, Doctor Who. So I've got one more of them scheduled in for again on the con, but I'm going to put that back onto eBay. So for that, it's the main thing we sell on eBay is Doctor Who. We sold thousands of the figures since about 2015, but basically I've zeroed my multi-listing, so it's got no stock in. I'm running everything on Whatnot, and then I'll put back into the multi-listings what I've got as part of one of my days in an upcoming one. So we're going to get into what we've been up to this week. I will include some B-rolls, some backtracks. It will flick back into this video, obviously, because I've recorded different sections through the days, trying to vlog the week for you. We've been really busy. So let's get into the first section. So I just walked in the office. Tilly, what are you doing? What's she doing, Duke? So, we're just on a busy Sunday show. As you can see from behind me, we've got a lot of boxes to do. But the part of that process that you don't see is during the show, Sarah has a load of bags for life. So she uses bags for life as opposed to bin bags or anything like that, because bin bags spin round, they're all the same colour, very confusing, and they don't really protect whatever you're putting in very well. So she sets up bags for life as new buyers buy. she'll start them a bag, put the label on the bag with a piece of masking tape, and then any items they purchase will go in that bag. Then after the show's finished, I'll then convert the bags to boxes, as you can see behind me. Now we did sell 97 items. I'll put everything up on the screen as we usually do, but there's some large boxes, some smaller ones, and I have still got a little bit of stock left from what I actually ran, but that'll run again on the Sunday show. And there's a shelf above me as well, which has got a little bit of stock on as well. We did empty basically 4 other shelves and a lot of other stuff from around the room that we did sell as well. But these units have been an absolute game changer when it comes to doing this. We did only pick them up the last few weeks, as you'll have seen if you've been watching the series so far, but I have already got them prepared. So on Tuesday I've got the biggest show coming up. There's not many people on Whatnot doing Doctor Who at the minute, none in fact that I've seen. It is my 5th or 6th time doing it, and it's gone increasingly well every time. So I said I'm bringing it one more time. I've had it set up for a while. It's got nearly 40 bookmarks, and I've got a lot of Doctor Who figures in this room. That whole unit is full of them. I can randomly pull out, say, Christopher Eccleston, and just run it. So I'm just going to run loads of Doctor Who items. That's ready to go for Tuesday. But tomorrow, we've decided to do a women's contemporary show. Now, I know that's going to shock a lot of you because we don't do women's contemporary, but we have got a lot of stock for it. As Sarah's got a lot of clothes that she no longer wants or needs, or has even used. A lot of it's still tagged, a lot of it's name stuff. So we're going to bring all that on Monday night. Hopefully recover some of the losses from the pallet with regards to that, because it's bonus stock that we weren't expecting to sell. We haven't had to put anything into the cost price of it, because it's stock we already had on hand, which was most of the stock we got rid of today as well. Because obviously the biggest thing with the pallet scam was that we missed the stock, you know what I mean? The money we can get back, the stock we've then had to source again, it's put us behind, but it hasn't. We have to have some really good shows, as you've seen if you've been watching the videos. There's a few more that are already set up. There is the Halloween show, which is coming on the 1st. I've allowed myself a couple of weeks to get that stuff out. People might be, it's a little bit early, I think, the 1st, but I think we're going to do it on the 1st anyway and run with it. So it's nearly ready to go. That got a lot of bookmarks, a lot of people ready for it. I've started a new little thing as well, which is the DVD and computer games show I'm doing instead of a comic book show at the minute, because I've not sourced any more comic books. I have still got a lot of stock of them, but I don't feel like that's where it's good investing at the minute. I think I'll invest more in Christmas items than comic books at the minute. So I'm going to switch to DVDs and computer games. I did a show the other day and it went really well. So we've run that one again. I think we're doing that on Wednesday this week. I have been still doing my shows and sorting them out. I have still got another show that I've been setting up as well, though, that I'll, again, not a lot of people on Whatnot are doing. So I'm going to see there's a market for it, which is Dungeons and Dragons. Now, I've been a dungeon master for a long time. I've been collecting books. I've played through most of these, I think. But I do make terrain and stuff as well. So I might try and do a bit more of that and see if there's any interest in some custom pieces and things like that. But I have a load of miniatures as well, like loads of them. Ralph Arthur, which are old vintage, worth a bit from the 80s, 70s, 80s. These aren't. These are original Wizards of the Coast ones. So I've got a box full of them. I do sell a lot of them individually. I've got them in a multi-listing on eBay, as well as the books as well. I've got them on multi-listing and they go really well on eBay. But I'm going to see how they do on Whatnot. If I can shift a large amount of them, it's worth me doing them cheaper. If I can't, then I may leave them on the eBay platform. But we'll see how that goes in another episode. I'll let you in on that one. So yeah, the next part of the day is going to be to box all these, get them shipped out, and then hopefully everyone will be happy. Well, first of 2 DPD drops. Really need a donkey. We have got a cart ordered though, so hopefully that'll make it a little bit easier to get these larger amounts and bigger parcels. So I've got a huge one in front of me at the minute. As you can see, my hands are pretty much full. Busy in town today. It is a nice day out though. Really nice. Glad I'm outside, to be honest. Might do a bit of thrifting. I'm going to increase my shows from 2 shows a week and do a few more. So this week, what I've decided to do is the plushie bin's full, pretty much. Got room for a bit more, so I've put all them on one of the shelving. I've scheduled one of my flash sales as a plushie show for in a few hours time. I'm just going to have a quick scout round, see if I can pick up any more little gems before the show goes live in a couple of hours. So I'm out and about again. I'm on my own at the minute. Sarah's at a meeting in work, so we'll see what I find. So I think I'm going to do a big loop and start with the resource centre, and then I'm going to go on the way back through town, through the 3 thrift shops, and see what they've got. Hopefully we can get some nice plushies, but we'll see. You've got a unit fetish now. So I decided to do a few extra shows this week to try and recuperate some of the money. So I'm going to do the plushie show in a couple of hours, and then I'm going to do a DVD and computer game stream tomorrow. I floated the idea about on a comic book show I did last night, which didn't go too bad. Had a few new buyers in. Not an amazing amount of sales, but it's more of a chat and a chill comic book show, that one. So sometimes that happens, but I did meet some nice new buyers and new people. Some people who are going to be interested in the Dungeons and Dragons one and the other ones I've got set up. So what I've decided to do as well is move the Dungeons and Dragons one forward, and the Doctor Who one was the other one there's a lot of interest in. So I'm going to do that one next Tuesday, and then the Dungeons and Dragons one, I'll wait until it gets a few more bookmarks, and then I'll probably run that one as well in the next couple of weeks. That's an hour of the afternoon, but well spent. Managed to do 4 shops. Got some bits for the plushie show, some bits for the Halloween show, some other general bits, and some good items, some good finds. About an hour out, 4 shops hit, back home, ready for the show in an hour.
Loads of stuff coming your way, so keep tuned, and I'll see you later on, guys.
That's all the parcels dropped. I've got a DVD show, the first one. I've scheduled a couple in. We've got loads of DVDs I don't usually run, so I'm going to run them this afternoon. Pick some more up as well while I was out and about, as I do like to use my time wisely and go to the shops on the way back. So we'll see where I go. So another successful little drop off with some goodies along the way. So let's see what we've got in the next part of the video. So we're just back from a thrift haul, and I'll show you some of the stuff that we managed to pick up. I'm going to fly through it dead quick though. I will put anything up on the screen if I do get some prices on stuff. So Sarah found these dolls, and there's 3 of them next to each other, $1.99 each. I'm not going to try and guess on this video, but I think that one is Anna. I could be drastically wrong, but these are going straight in the plushie bin. So she found that one. Found this one, which I think is Belle, which again was $1.99, and they've been quite requested these on Whatnot the past few shows, so we thought we'd pick some up. And then this one as well, I'm going to say Cinderella. Again, I could be wrong, I'm not 100%, but I think it's Cinderella on that one. A few of the other bits, we got some of these for giveaways. We have got thinner items so we can get them in the letter, because giveaways do cost us money on Whatnot. We do run about 10 free giveaways a show on average, a few more usually because we're quite generous. And then we got a haul of DVDs again, which I managed to find at a bargain price. So we'll get all these. We have got a DVD show scheduled in, and it's picking up some traction. We've also got a huge box delivered today of games, which I'll show you again in a few minutes. But I'll just briefly show you that we did get about another 20 and a box set. Got some with Halloween in mind, the Scream films, things like that. Some of the classics, Crocodile Dundee, Only Fools and Horses, and The Walking Dead was the series we picked up as well. Oh, I think it's Fear the Walking Dead, so it was the second part of it. But again, good with Halloween in mind. We also picked these up, which Sarah always sneaks in the bag, and they are for herself. She sat across from me now, and as soon as I pull them out the bag, her eyes lit up. So there you go, Sarah. Coming over to you. We also found this in the shop as well, which I thought was fantastic. So Jurassic World and Jurassic Park is quite collectible at the minute. Now I did pay £4 for this, which I think is probably about the going price that I'll get for it. But someone is going to love that in the community, especially on Whatnot. So hopefully it will go for a bit more than £4, but we'll see how it gets on. And I think it's a great little item, everything in it all complete. So that was the first bag we picked up. We did pack another bag up though. Sarah found this one. All you need, love and a dog. So yeah, it's a little thing, circular jigsaw puzzle that Sarah found. She thought it was quite cute. She managed to get that for £1.50. So that again will go in the Sunday show if she doesn't claim it herself, which she usually does. Don't you, Sarah?
No.
Okay, now I spotted this one. I thought it was fantastic. Which is an optical telescope. So it's only one of the smaller ones, but again, these are fantastic items, and we paid £4.99 for that, so £5 for that, and I think it'll go for either that or a bit more, hopefully, coming up to Christmas, because it is a great item, and I think I will give that a test later on myself. So that was one of the other things we found, and then Sarah found this as well, random item for 99p. It's an Aldi special by the look of it, but it's some sort of monkey in disguise with a disguise hat on, yeah, in a push bin. So that's that one. We did find another bag as well though, so we went out looking with Halloween in mind, but I found this. I've got a Thomas show coming up, but I'm doing all things track related, and how good is that? Now, I didn't have a labelling in the shop, but we sort of got it for £3, I think it was, we got that for. Yeah. Which is a cracking pickup. It's like a little mini scale electric, but I think we should get at least 5, something like that for that. Maybe a bit more in a really nice box. So I'll run that in the Sunday show. And then we went with Halloween in mind, as I say. So we picked up a few little outfits. A couple of bits falling out there. So we found this one, which was a B&M one, which is £10 in B&M. But in the charity shop, it's still new. Everything's there. But it was £5, so it's half price. So hopefully we can get close to 10 for it. Then that'll be fantastic. If not, Alice may wear that one herself. But I think she's already got in mind she's going as someone from Hocus Pocus. We found this one as well, which I don't think is brand new, but it is complete and everything's there. And this was only £2. So it is a nice little Joker one with a mask and things like that. So again, a little Halloween costume that we found, and some pants that go with it as well. And I think there was another one as well. This one, not always Halloween, but we thought as the dress up season is at hand, we might get this. So this was £2. So it's a Paddington Bear little costume outfit, which we thought was fantastic. So that one there, Paddington Bear, all official one as well, which is always great. And then the last one we found again, I got this because it was Marvel, not necessarily because it was Halloween. So it'll sell through Christmas if it doesn't sell at Halloween. But it was this one. It looks like the Wakanda Forever. And again, that was £2 that cost us. So a little outfit, so a little bit of dress up. We've got there for some upcoming shows. They were the bags, and then the major find, the good bargain of the day was we went into one of the normal thrift shops that we have quite a good rapport with, because we picked quite a bit of stock up off them, and she said, I've just got some plushies in, do you want to look? And brought me this down. So I said, yeah, I'll get how much you want for the bag, and she only asked me for a tenner for it. So I gave her a little bit extra, but we're going to say £10 for this bag, which Sarah instantly spotted this one. I think this was one of Sarah's favourites. So she is a big fan of Trolls, Sarah. So it's a Trolls doll, and it is an official Trolls doll as well. So if you bear in mind how many items I'm going to pull out of this, I'll do a little count on the screen of how many plushies we find. I'm just going to flash them up and tell you what they are. So the Trolls one, I reckon that's easy 3, 4, maybe £5. Nice Trolls doll. This little rabbit was in it as well. Which is baby one. We've been asked for quite a lot of baby items recently, under 3, things like that. So a little cuddly one for a baby. We've got this one, which is one of the Keel Toys bears. Lovely and soft, this again. Keel Toys is a good brand, good make as well. In the bag as well was this big fella. Hello, big fella. He's got a lovely head, but again, he's Keel Toys and he's tagged. Which is also fantastic when you find them tagged, and especially with the sticker on as well. So yeah, hopefully he'll be a few quid's worth. This one was a cracking one. Foxy from Minecraft, I think it is. Yeah, so it's an official one. Again, quite sought after, especially with Christmas coming up. That should be an easy one to flip. This one, dinosaurs are everywhere. So one, big long neck, lovely one. Dinosaurs quite collectible within our community and whatnot. So yeah, that one should be an easy one to flip. We did get this little TY, which Sarah does collect TYs, so this may be one for a cabinet, but it's a cute little tiger, and it has got the tags on it as well, which is always fantastic when you find the tags. I'll leave that to one side. These ones, again, with the baby in mind, this is an ideal one. So little one size, little comfort blanket with a unicorn. This one was in it. Another little monkey. Little monkey. This looks a bit like Alice, but don't tell her I said that. She'll hit me. This one, oh, this is gorgeous. It looks a bit like a Cabbage Patch doll, but it's not, I don't think, a Cabbage Patch doll. I wish it was. It would be worth a fortune if it is, but it's not. I can't see any tag on it. I may find one, but it's definitely not a Cabbage Patch doll. But yeah, gorgeous. Love the hair on this. It's a nice little doll. Again, hopefully that'll go for a couple of quid. This one was glistening at me. Oh, so it's some sort of bear, mermaid bear thing, and it is by Glitter Pals. So Glitter Pals. Check into that one. It's got a nice back though that changes colour, which is good. So yeah, hopefully that one will go for a few quid as well. What else is in here? Oh, now we had one of these the other day and it flew out. I know exactly what this is. This is Anna Frozen doll. Build-A-Bear as well. So these usually go for a few pound, these Build-A-Bears. Especially the branded ones like Frozen, things like that. This one, is this a Mr. Tumble special? That's got to look like Mr. Tumble. Sarah's nodding at me, so yeah, we're going Mr. Tumble. He's beanie inside, so cute little one there, Mr. Tumble. Who else did we find? We found this, which is electronics. So we'll have to test the electronics. See what it does. It's a little bunny rabbit. You're not doing anything at the minute, so maybe the batteries have gone. I will check it, but I presume it pops and jumps. I'll just like that one, actually. I'll leave that one out to one side, so I'll just see that one. This one I love. So it's a George baby. So again, baby one, a little dinosaur. Looks a bit like Rex or Pepper, but it's not. It's George one, George's own. So a nice little dinosaur. This one, I spotted a little owl as well with a beanie bum at the bottom. And some little flower prints on it. We got this one in it as well, which is one of Sarah's, I think. And she hasn't noticed. Hello, hello. Sarah loves hand puppets. She's got a bit of a fascination with them, but that's a nice unicorn, flying unicorn hand puppet, made by Little Town. Never heard of Little Town, but it's a cute item that. And puppets again, quite sought after, quite collectible. I've got a top of something, not sure what, but it's someone's top, so hopefully the owner of it will be in the bag. I've got this, which has got a cute little tag on it. It's Waffle the Wonder Dog, apparently. Waffle the Wonder Dog. And he has got something inside him, electronic, which I'll have to check. It may be just the battery's gone, but I'm not 100%. So there's this little dog, Waffle. I got another one of these cute little sequin ones that does the up and down sequin. So again, this is for Shimmies, this one. Shimmies, nice cute little one, that one. You can do a two-tone on it. Very good. This one, another one the same. So again, you can see, you can do the thing with it. It looks like a narwhal. So some sort of narwhal from Wild Republic. Wild Republic make good plushies as well. Some good collectors of Wild Republic ones. We got this one as well, which again covered in sequins. Does a little thing, but the tag has been cut off this one, so I can't see the brand on it. But it is a little unicorn and cute nonetheless. And then there's one more, two more items, three more items in here. So we got these. Now I've had a few of these, and they do go quite well. But this is one of the sand filled ones, so it's really heavy. Gotta watch the dogs don't get this. But yeah, cute little turtle terrapin there, little sand filled one. Another little puppet. You have a look at it? No, it's not. It's a comfort blanket. I think Sarah's took the rest of the puppets out. So again, baby nice one. She's telling me she hasn't, but I bet she has. And this one I found. Now this wasn't in the plushie bag. This was separate. And this was, I think it was £1 or 50p. 50p, I think. No, £1. £1 it was.
But there's a light shining deep inside beneath those fears and doubts. So just watch them.
I was really rocking out to that in the shop. It was quite good. And I think it is, I'm going to go out on a limb and say Rainbow Dash from My Little Pony. I can't see a My Little Pony brand on it though, anywhere, but it is singing, dancing, looks like same thing, so I'm going to say it probably is. But without an actual official brand. Oh, I have got one. Have I got one? Hasbro. If we say Hasbro, it must be My Little Pony, Stockley Park. I'm going to say yeah. So we can have one more time. Or not. It's done now. Gone now. So yeah, that was a good haul for today. We didn't spend too much while we were out, but we did manage to fill a few bags and that'll fill a few shelves. Plushie bin's half full, so we're nearly ready for another plushie show. I'm off back to to the post office. I feel a bit like a donkey lately. So I've ordered a trolley, like one of the ones with the big wheels on. So I'll show you that when it arrives, so hopefully that'll make my job a little bit easier, because I do feel like a donkey. So there's a new one for us today with the festival trolley. At least it keeps all the parcels dry. I am carrying the one on top because it is quite heavy and won't fit in. But I do think this is going to make jobs a little bit easier. So I've got to admit that was a bit easier. Empty trolley. One job done. We have still got to do the Royal Mail ones. We don't need the trolley for them, but it stopped raining thankfully, so we'll get them off next. Thursday, out and about again. Got a little friend with us today. Dooky's coming up to the hills with us. So we're just off to drop Alice off at drama school and it'll be a nice little walk around the hills. So at the start of the video, I said that I was going to show you a fake Funko Pop. So I'm going to hold up 2 Funko Pops now and see if you can tell the difference. I'll give you 3 seconds to let me know which one's the fake and which one's the real. Okay. So if you have been looking at Funko Pops often, you will instantly see which one's fake and which one is real. And it's pretty easy to tell when you hold them side by side. But to be fair, this is the fake one and this is the real one. Now if I was just to hold this up, and as it was, I won this on a game on Whatnot, but it turned out it had come from an Amazon return pallet. So someone had purchased a pallet from Amazon Returns. Now what usually happens in this circumstance is that someone will have ordered the official Black Panther pop. It would have been delivered and they've swapped it for a fake one and returned it to Amazon. It's then ended up on an Amazon return pallet, which someone's then bought. There's been a pallet break and then it's been sold. A pallet break is where basically you get a full pallet of toys and you sell every item off it, and they've just not checked it over. Now any collector will know that is fake. You can instantly see, but I will show you some of the telltale signs of why it is fake. When I do that, you can probably tell a bit more if you are accustomed to Funko Pop. So on this one, you can see how clearly everything is branded, stamped, the condition of the box. Now you can even tell by the condition of the card stock that's been used. It's completely different. This one, I don't know if it picks it up on the camera, but it's slightly more yellowed in look than this one. But there's some clear indications that this is a fake pop. So what I'm going to show you is the actual pop. Now I have peeled it, so I don't know if you can see from there, but it's actually a sticker. So it's just a sticker that's been stuck on. The same on the side. This here is a sticker that's been stuck on over probably what was a printed. The colour on it is not great either. And also the little Marvel branding is a sticker as well at the top there. This side they haven't even bothered with the stickers. It should have another one. So you see on that one there, it's got DC on that side and it's got a lovely image on that side. Whereas that one is just completely blank at the top and has no image. But the instant way you can tell is look at the bottom. So the bottom has nothing on. It should have all this information that you see, including the date, the manufacturer, everything like that. When it's just completely plain like that, it is clearly a fake pop. So instantly you can tell that is a fake pop. Now I've showed this to a couple of people, collectors, who didn't instantly recognise it as fake, but as soon as I picked it up, I could tell. So you think, why go to this much trouble to make a fake pop when it looks as good as the original? But does it? Because it's used out of a lot less quality products. I have just literally kept this to do this video with because it's no good to me, because I would not display this. Now it does look good, so I'm taking out the box, the rubbish box that is just what? This is the pop that's inside it. So it looks, at first glance, it looks quite good, not too bad. But when you take it out, I can tell instantly the weight of it. It feels really light. I don't know what it's been molded from, but it is really. Even little details like, I don't know if you can pick up on the foot. There's a little bar there that's sticking out at the bare, a little bit of the plastic. But underneath, when you look at the underneath, now I've got these loose pops, and you can see it's got like a ring around it where it fits in. A lot of Funkos are bobbleheads. So you do get bobbleheads like this, but you do get ones that aren't bobbleheads like this. But they have a clear, distinct ring around them. Now, someone has tried to replicate that on this one, but you can see it just doesn't even line up. It's just a million miles away from a circle. Now, looking at it from a distance, it probably does look like a decent pop. You probably could pass it, but it has been passed. But just no. Just no. Don't know why these scammers do it, but that's what they do. So keep an eye out. Make sure you know what you're looking for in your pops. Always look for all the nice packaging, branding. There should be no stickers, no bleached. Everything should be uniform. Sometimes you don't get the little spots in the pop where it says pop. It usually has little speckles. But there are different variations of Funkos. But Funko is a good quality product. And you can tell by the cardstock used, the plastic used, the actual pop itself, the plastic casing. And there wasn't even anything on the inside of that other one. But it still looked completely different to that. So yeah, hope you've learned something there. If you have, leave a like. Come on, do Rocky. Bam, 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 bam. Go, go, go. That bench. This is what we need. Nice views like this. As I say, it's not the most glorious day, but it's a glorious view nonetheless of the River Mersey. It's been a busy week, hence the delay in videos. As I say, I've been doing a video vlog of the week this time. Instead of a daily one, I will be changing to episodes. The reason for that is after the loss of the pallets, we had to heavily invest in some different shows, different stock we had available. And we basically spent a lot of time, which was very costly, putting into the shows that we've set up. They were quite successful. We had a lot of new buyers from the shows as well, which is always really good and really positive. Helps to encourage us to go into the new categories, look at some different things and what's available. But it's good to just take a day to have a little reflect on it. Obviously discussing a few things with Sarah and our plans to go forward. We do want to try and get to a 4-day working week if we can. We have been putting 5-6 days in the past couple of weeks trying to recover some of this money. But we are on a positive now. So we're back into a bit of profit, not much, but enough to tide us over. We've got some new stock arrived. I did miss a package yesterday, but it's come this morning. So hopefully that's enough to be able to do a pop-up show tomorrow. It is going to be a flash sale, so I'm going to run loads of items. Hopefully start them all at £1 and they'll go really well. But we'll see what happens and how we get on with that one. You go down in the woods today. Sorry, but I had to. Look at that. All right, thick in the middle of the woods. Love it. So after a bit of reflection, we're walking around, back to pick Alice up now. We decided to do this YouTube series, The Day in a Life, 10 episodes, so this being episode 9. There will be one more to come, wrapping up what's happened in the journey so far. But as I said in episode 1, we knew this wasn't going to be an easy task. Knew there was going to be hiccups along the way and things like that. So we are prepared for it. We're going to revisit some of the interviews that we've done with Gary the Collector that have been promoting this series already. We've got 3 of them recorded, which I'm going to drop at the start of the next season, so look out for them if you've been waiting for them ones. Hopefully we'll get some experience from a experienced reseller who can give us some insights into how we do this successfully. But I do think it's been a bit of a success so far. We've done a few good shows. We've got nearly 2,000 followers, which is the aim for this month. We've got a Discord Awards show on Sunday, to which we are hoping to get 150 people in the Discord. We're at 148 now, so it's easily doable. And we are also on the Paretopus, if that's the right word, of 3,500 sales on Whatnot. So since March, when we started on Whatnot, We have done a lot of sales, a lot of shows, met a lot of friendly people and stuff, and built a great community. So hopefully that'll continue into the next season. But do make sure you follow, hit the subscribe and the like so you get notified when then uploads go live. I will be taking a week off after the next video, but I will be dropping that before this season ends on episode 10. So I hope you enjoyed so far. If you're not getting some value out of it, do make sure you hit the like, it really does help. So I'm just going to give some tips to people starting on this journey. I think that what they'd be is, make sure you schedule shows in advance if you're doing it on Whatnot. eBay, you have to work with the algorithm, so you have to be uploading and seen to be active daily. Even if you can just do 1 to 2 listings, ideally I'd do about 10, with the aim of making about £10 to £20 profit per item. If you can get 10 of them selling per day, you really have made it, and hopefully that is the sort of scale we'll be at soon. So we are waiting on some new stock coming in for the new shows, but a lot of the shows we've got set up so far are ready. So definitely schedule in advance, get bookmarks on the shows that you're about to do, so people know that they're coming. Even if you have to move them, it's better to get the bookmarks on it, move the show, and then at least the people who are waiting for it will be notified. So this is the second big pickup of the day. So this is an order that I put in with someone I discovered on Discord to get me restock on my DVDs and my games. So this is a load of games plus a load of Funkos should be in here as well. So this was over a couple of £100 worth of stuff, but it is stock that'll last for a few shows hopefully. I mean, if I could get rid of it all in one show, that'd be ideal, it'd be made up, but I know that's not realistically going to happen. But hopefully it is a complete restock of the DVD and game show, which has been picking up on Whatnot. We've got quite a bit of traction on it. We were getting shouted out on a few of the biggest streamers who do games and stuff the other day, so all looking good in that side. So I decided to focus on this and switch away from comics for a little while. So I'll show you some of the stuff that's in this box. So in this bundle that I got from him, I did include in it a whole bag. It's not advertised, so I say this, but a whole bag of Pop Funkos, loose ones. So these I'm sure I can flip really easily because they're all different ones. Big massive collection of Pop Funkos here. So overall I think cost price of these was round about £1 a figure, which Pop Funkos on their own go quite well because obviously I picked up a large amount. We did get a big discount on them. So hopefully these will go for a few quid. I'll be able to get more than my money back on them. There is loads in this bag. Loose Funkos. Looks like he was a big collector of sort of the Guardians of the Galaxy and Venom. Thanos I've showed you already. There's a Spider-Man coming out now. I think it's a Venomized Spider-Man. They all have different names. You don't often get Funkos out of the boxes. Then this is what they look like. And they are cool items when you take them out of the boxes. There's a few more in here, so I'll just quickly flash through them. I think that's a wrestler, one of the wrestlers by the look of it, that one. And then there's this one, which is a cool one. Meek, I think that is from the Thor movie. There's loads of them in here. That is definitely from Friends. I think that is Chandler Bing when he has his thing coming up. So there is some smaller ones in here as well, which also go quite well. There's a standoff one of them, so I'll have to identify which one's which. But there's again a little Thanos, a little looks like Scarlet Witch, Loki, and a cute little one. Not sure who she's from. I know she's from something. Disney official branded on the bottom. I can't remember what she's from. She's from something. If you do know, let me know in the chat what she's from. It'll come to me probably after I finish. I think this is what the stand is off. It looks like one of the anime figures, some sort of anime figure maybe. And a little, free little thing. So that's one little bit of the box. It wasn't the main reason we bought it. So we also got these as well, the Lord of the Rings battle games. So they are die-cast miniature little figures in there. So as I've said in previous videos, I do play Dungeons and Dragons and I do collect these sort of miniature metal figures as well. So there's quite a few in here, which is quite good. So we go through all them and they usually go for a few pounds. Probably not on Whatnot, probably more of an eBay listed item that, as there are more collectors for it. There's some big items in here as well. So we have got a load of games. Now, I'm not going to go through all these at the minute, but I will show you some of the differences in games. So these are Xbox 360 games, and again we'll check all these before we put them on the show. But there is some of these in here which are called Steelbooks. So Steelbooks, basically it's in a metal tin. So they're a bit more collectible than the normal games, and they go for a bit more. So I will just price these before I do put them on a show. There's a few, you can see that one's a £5. I'll check over them all, but they're Steelbooks. So they do go for a bit more than normal games. And again, that is a collectible one. Really nice. It's limited edition, that as well. So I will check what that goes for. I did love the Halo Reach games as well. I preferred ODST, but Halo Reach, fantastic in itself. So limited edition set there. So that should be worth a few quid. What else have we got in here? Some more Steelbooks. So I knew there were Steelbooks in here. There's that one, but these ones. So we've got Prince of Persia, Gears of War, another Halo. Looks like ODST. Could be Halo Limited Edition again. So really nice ones, those ones. So maybe not for Whatnot. I may float them out there, show them a few times, but I won't be starting them at low pricing. Again, more Steelbooks. So Steelbooks, always collectible, great items. And then there are loads of games in here, so I'll flash them up to the camera so you can see. But do check us out on a Whatnot show if you are interested in any of these. What we usually do is we usually start every game at £2. Most of them go for £2 to be fair, but as we pick up traction and people looking into the show, hopefully we'll get a few more people, a few more bids in. There are loads of games in here, PlayStation 2 games. I did check them all over on photos and images before I put the order in. I was a bit more cautious than last time. So as you can see, this is a big haul of games. The box just keeps on coming. So I'm not going to go through them all. Like I say, you can see them all there as I'm flashing them in front of the screen. But there is another row of them in there, and then there's this monster piece. So this is Rage 2 Collector's Edition. And everything's in it, but this is worth a few quid. So I will price all this. There's again one of the Steelbooks, so as you can see, and it's sealed as well. It looks like a massive figure in there. So it is that head, which is cool item. Should I break it open for you and let you see? I think I will. So this is a cool item. One of the swaying factors of the thing. I won't take it out of its case, but I'll just show you. Look at that. Oh yes. So the game, you can go on your wall at the back as well, so you can hang it on the wall. So that's what that is. Huge item, great piece. I'm hoping 40-50 quid at least on that one, but we'll see what it comes out at when I do check everything over. Make sure I put that back in. And then we've got another stack of games, so more games still, more Xbox 360 games, another stack, Xbox 360 games, and then more again. But with Christmas coming up, as I say, these should go fairly quickly, and if they don't go on Whatnot in the shows coming up, I will list a few of them on eBay, especially the Steelbooks, but again, another limited edition set there as well, which is another fantastic piece. So that was that box, which contains a lot of games. But he did send another box as well as part of the order, which I'll open for you now, and I'll show you what's in this one. So what I tend to do on as part of the reselling is I try and make collections, because I could sell an item In this case, it is. I could sell a Warhammer book. So this is a Warhammer book, and there may be collectors out there for this individual Warhammer book, but there'll be a lot of different ones of these on there that you can get. So, as part of what else he had in the listing, was he had more of those. So I've been collecting the set, or a bit of a set, more of a bundle, because it'll be a lot easier to flip if you've got more of them, because there's not as many people listing bundles. So I thought, as well as in that is a load of Warhammer books as well, which with our D&D and our audience do ask for a lot of Warhammer as well. So these are a cracking pickup. Again, some weighty items these are. But if I put all these potentially on eBay, I think will be the place for these. I have got a Dungeons and Dragons show coming up and whatnot, but I don't think I'll get anywhere near the money for these that I will on eBay. So I'll try that. That was that one. I just realised I should eat Black Ops. So it's, yeah, Call of Duty Black Ops. So a cracking little bundle of books as well in that. So was it worth a couple of £100? You let me know in the comments what you think, and I'll get on with sorting all this out ready for the show.